The sandwich between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Powers through him. And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards. And obviously the first down to go along with it. Inside give to Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The Cowboys at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Love, they go play action now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. On 2nd down, Love once more. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Lawrence Cager, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, 58 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Prescott on first down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Red cycle.
On play action. Love to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Love's throw complete there to Smith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded at about the 28. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Love now. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Striker, 3-3. You help.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On the ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's go.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Ready up.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing. Love. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Again, it's Love. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Take it in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Second down, back to Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He's had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check right. Ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Osa Odighizuwa gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
10th carry now for Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Prescott looks to throw on first. A dump off to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Give him 32 on the play. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Down at the 25. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Shot. 17.
They'll go again with Sanders. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hut. Smash. Smash. Red. Yellow. Black. Ultra. Hey, blue.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Love now to pass on 1st down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL,
In high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On third down, Love. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown. Dallas Goddard, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Right through. Ready?
Here's Love. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Here we go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Trail green. Yellow, go.
On 4th down, Love. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Love, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together.